Hi, this is Dr. Michael Ryan with Missouri Vein Care, answering a question: what are some stress management techniques that a person can use during their everyday life? Well, stress is something that's part of everyone's life. You can't avoid it, and so it's important to know how to handle it and keep it under control. You can't have a stress-free life. If you do, you'll be awfully bored and things won't be very fun. But obviously, too much stress is not good. So actually, people respond to stress in a positive way. When it becomes not positive is when it lasts for more than a few days to even a few weeks. At that stage, it becomes unhealthy. But things you can do every day include learning how to do diaphragmatic breathing. The diaphragm is the part of your breathing apparatus that moves up and down. And when you use your diaphragm, the stomach kind of goes out. The nervous system that controls the diaphragm is part of the parasympathetic nervous system that is responsible for calming your nervous system and blocking the sympathetic nervous system, which is a stimulating part of your body. Other things you can do when you're doing that diaphragmatic breathing is get a schedule. Do it 3 to 5 breaths every 5 minutes, every 10 minutes, every 15 minutes, every hour, and have a 15-second break where you're doing that. And what that does is I consider it kind of like a soft reboot of your computer, so to speak, where you're breaking the loop of tension or anxiety or stress that's building up, because it does build up and build up and build up as the day goes on. So if you work to break it down every 15 minutes, every 30 minutes, every hour, then it won't be quite as overwhelming at the end of the day when most people really get a chance to unwind and they're very stressed. Other things, remember that a lot of stress is internal. It's your own response to what's going on around you. If you have a healthy way of responding to those demands that are placed on you or the expectations people have on you, which includes communicating what you feel is appropriate or what you're able to manage, that will help with your stress management internally. Another thing is to know when that's happening, so having a high level of self-awareness so you can either delay, change the timeline expectations, give you some more breathing space, or to actually put it off your plate onto another plate, someone else's plate, or just on hold. Those are all things that are really important. Other things that can help, having a stretch session or yoga session sometime during the day, lunchtime, or if you're able to stretch for a minute, that will help break the tension. There's a cycle between the tension of the muscles and your psychology, your level of vigilance, and stress creates a kind of a vigilance, hypervigilance. So doing the stretching will allow you to, especially if you do it in conjunction with breathing, which is what yoga does, to break that relationship between the muscle tension and your psychological tension, because they're related. They go hand in hand. This is Dr. Mike Ryan answering the question: what are some tips to manage stress on a daily basis?